bulk versus bulk black. I'm Nader from FitFrick, and in this video I'm comparing these two formulas and we'll tell you the big differences between them. If you don't know who I am, I'm Nader from FitFrick. I do unsponsored, no BS, to the point types of reviews. So these two are naturally flavored, naturally sweetened pre-workouts from Transparent Labs. And I like that because that's good for the long term. Something long term, something to use as a daily. And that's the type of pre-workout that we're talking about today. I've reviewed these both, and they both have the new formulas that recently came out. Bulk by Transparent Labs is a 200 milligram type of pre-workout, 200 milligram caffeine, and Bulk Black is 300 milligrams of caffeine. The biggest difference does come down to the caffeine content. Mostly everything else is the same, except for a few little tweaks here and there. So this is more if you can handle 300 milligrams of caffeine, which if you can handle like 200 milligrams of caffeine, then this should be good for you because it has theanine as well to smooth out the energy. And then bulk, if you are new, completely new to caffeine, to pre-workouts, you can handle caffeine, but you're not drinking more than like a cup or two of coffee every day. So then bulk comes in handy because it's a pre-workout with ingredients that will help with your performance, and it has that caffeine kick to get you going. Bulk Black is a little stronger with 100 milligrams more caffeine, but both of these do have theanine, and both of them do have theobromine. With the recent tweaks of the formula, now it's a little different as it's using organic caffeine, which I guess should be better since it's organic, but to me the biggest difference is usually because these two are naturally flavored like everything else in their lineup of supplements. But the vitamins are a little bit different. Let me talk about that for a second, because vitamin B6, the proper form is P5P. The form in here is the proper form in the normal bulk. But in Bulk Black, it's not. It's the pyridoxine form, which is not good for the long term. The good news is they actually updated the formula for Bulk Black. Now it has the same vitamin B6 as bulk, the regular bulk, the same amount. And all the other vitamins are the same. They're all highly bioavailable. Vitamin B6, this is actually super important. So now Bulk Black has it. And of course, the only big difference between the two is it has more caffeine in Bulk Black. It's 175 milligrams plus 75 milligrams. So that's about 350 of caffeine, 350 milligrams, but truly it's probably about 330 milligrams of caffeine, because dicaffeine malate is usually not 100% caffeine. It's usually like 70%. And it has more theobromine than the previous Bulk Black. So now it has 100 milligrams, 50 milligrams more than bulk, the regular bulk, which has 50. So that's the only big difference is the caffeine. And of course, the new version now has the proper form of vitamin B6. So if you're using this like one bottle every now and then, it's not going to put you in any risk, because there is a study that shows like a vitamin B6 paradox where this form of vitamin B6 actually does the opposite of what it's supposed to do. It doesn't give you energy, it gives you lethargy, like it makes you tired, it makes you lethargic. So the other form, P5P, is the proper, highly bioavailable form that we all should aim for getting. The normal bulk has Syn Active, which is like an adaptogen. It should help with stress, like to keep your stress under control. Should help with like mental stamina, allowing you to handle more. Although they both have similar serving counts, 21 grams, 21.5 in the normal bulk, and Bulk Black, the same, but 21 without 0.5, just 21 grams. And they both have 30 servings. So with that, the other downside of both of these pre-workouts is alpha GPC. It's not the clinical dose of 300 milligrams. Instead, it's 50% standardization. So you're getting 150 milligrams. It should help a little bit, but it would be nice to have, the full 300 milligrams or 600 milligrams if it's going to be 50%, because 50% means it's in half, right? It's cut in half, basically. And the other big difference is this uses estrogen to help with the bioavailability and the effectiveness of all the ingredients. So it should help you absorb more of the ingredients. But with the normal bulk, they use bioprint, black pepper extract, which should equally be as effective. But some pre-workouts do have both, right? So it just helps you maximize. And I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. I don't think it's a deal breaker. But if you're looking for like all day focus, these two are not going to be the best options unless you go a little further and get their Transparent Labs nootropic supplement, which has everything you need for all day focus. But in terms of energy, both of these give really nice, smooth energy. There is still focus, but it's not going to last you more than a few hours. But the rest of the day, the focus will come from the caffeine and the theanine. The theanine smooths out the energy, so you're not getting any jitters. It cleans out, the dirty feeling that you get from caffeine-packed pre-workouts. So theanine will like put you in the zone. You're in the zen mode, and you're just going straight. There's no lefts or rights or ups and downs. It's just smooths it out. That's why with green tea, it has caffeine and theanine. You may notice that effect. So both of these do have zinc, but no magnesium. So it's like kind of like your ZMA formula in a pre-workout. But I have stacked nootropic Transparent Labs with a pre-workout with like 200 milligrams of caffeine or 300, and it works perfectly because I can handle that caffeine. The problem always comes down to your caffeine tolerance. What is good for someone else may be overwhelming for you, or you may be able to sleep on it. That's tolerance for you. That's how tolerance works. If you consistently take 300 milligrams of caffeine, then soon you will need to have a little bit more to keep the same energy, the same peak of that feeling, at least psychologically, right? When you have caffeine, let me just give you the science real quick. It kills that enzyme that makes you feel tired. That's why you feel more alert and awake when you have caffeine. And then there's also theobromine at 50 milligrams, so just a touch of theobromine, which should help with mood elevation and feeling good. And it's only 50 milligrams. I've seen dosages at like 200, 100, 500 if the pre-workout is like really high energy. But in terms of like who is this for? Well, easily it's for anyone who cares about their health in the long term. I've been following them for 10 years. And in terms of like daily uses, it comes down to like your health, the sweeteners in your stomach. It's just much lighter on the stomach than the other pre-workouts that I typically have. And I like this much more. I always look forward to just chilling out, taking a pre-workout that gives me what I need without making me feel like I'm about to, assassinate like a ninja that's hiding behind the wall or something. It gives you like those high stim pre-workouts always gives you that feeling. And the more stimulants you have in your pre-workout, the less performance you'll have. Caffeine on its own has a slight vasoconstricting effect. So when you're taking nitric oxide boosters, this should help mitigate that risk of vasoconstriction. But when you're combining caffeine with yohimbine, other stimulants, then it becomes more and more vasoconstricting, which is why you feel lightheaded and maybe overly jittery or just out of oxygen in general. When you do squats, you're like, you can't catch your breath because all that energy is just, your heart's pounding, your vessels are shrinking. And the best thing you can do is just take lower stim. 200 milligrams should be fine. That used to be the high dosage 10 years ago. But because of tolerance and the market, it's just getting bigger and bigger. More people can handle the caffeine dosage, which is why bulk black, I guess, exists. But in terms of flavors, so I recently got blueberry pomegranate and it tastes really good. They have upped their game in terms of flavor. Like 5 years ago, it was much worse. We're at a better time now with Transparent Labs. And I guess they just have like a flavoring department where they test the natural flavors and they keep improving it, which is nice to have because bad flavors are not nice to have. So in terms of like the best flavors, the standard ones are always my favorite. The blue raspberry, the peach mango, and tropical punch. But these three flavors have been like mastered and they've been out for a while, and I think they reached the point where it's like so good. Blueberry pomegranate is really good as well. And the one I recently got, Cherry Splash, it's It's kind of sweet and it tastes like cherry. And I don't know what the splash means, but I guess because it's like subtle cherry flavor, it's good. I like it, but the blueberry pomegranate really hit the spot. Another flavor I've been enjoying is black cherry. That one is really good. I think that one's one of my favorites as well. Black cherry is super good. But I've covered the differences. They both have nitric oxide boosters and they both have like standard dosages in terms of ingredients. So there's not going to be any overwhelming sense in your stomach, and you shouldn't, even if you have a sensitive stomach, I think you'll be fine with these kind of pre-workouts. Give it a try. I definitely do recommend them. You can use my coupon code FITFRIC. I'm not sponsored by them, but you can get a discount at no extra cost to you, and I do get a commission, and that supports the channel, and we can go a little further with what we can do. Thank you so much for the support, and you just watching this is completely perfect. I like that very much. You are a legend for sticking to this point, but thank you so much for sticking with me to this point. You are a legend 100%, but I really appreciate your support. Hit the like button if you found this video useful, this comparison video. If you like this format of like comparing pre-workouts, then let me know in the comments. I'm gonna take a thumbnail image because that's what we need for this video. But yeah, if you want reliable energy, no stomach aches, natural flavors, natural sweeteners, then these two will be the ones to go with. And of course there is stevia in here. I don't know if you're sensitive to stevia, but they also use grapefruit powder for coloring. I mean, we don't need coloring anyway, but it's really one of my favorites for daily long-term use. It's reliable, I can depend on it. There's no crazy things going on, which I really like, and it's easy on the stomach. And I really do notice it because I've been taking pre-workouts since 2007, taking supplements as well since 2007. So I try to be more healthy and it helps a lot. But thank you so much for watching and have a good day.